What is going on, guys? Mr. Barber coming back to us with yet another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be doing an undercut. So it's like a mid fade and I'm not touching the top. He still wants to grow that out. So first thing what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna section the hair. It's already parted, but I'm just gonna put the clips in to make sure I don't touch the hair that's higher up. And then I'm gonna take my number 2 guard open and I'm just gonna go with the grain just to get rid of the bulk, because I don't want to go straight in. There's just too much hair, so we're gonna take down that hair before setting in our first guideline. So right here I'm taking my number 2 and I'm going up, and then it's still not short enough to put my first guideline. I like my the hair to be really short before I put my guideline in, so I come in right here with my number 1.5 guard open and I'm just shortening that hair. The reason why I do this is because I don't put my first guideline in with the trimmer, I do it with my clipper. So if it's too long, I find my line won't be straight. That's why I do that. So right here I'm putting my first guideline in. So we're going a little right over the ear, and then we're gonna drop it up. We're gonna drop it a little in the back, and you guys are gonna see this. At first the line isn't straight at all. That's why you gotta turn your head, look in the mirror, make sure it's straight. When you look in the mirror, it's like if you're looking from farther back. So it's like a second pair of eyes when you look in the mirror. So you can see right here, that line isn't straight at all, and then you're gonna see me just turn, look in the mirror, right there, and then I see, okay, I have to lift this side a little more, and then you see it's straight. So I'm just gonna clean up the line, make it all even, and then we're gonna come up under that with the baby bliss. Someone under my one of my videos commented on how I always say baby bliss. I found it pretty funny. But yeah, you can see right here I'm going behind him and I'm making sure both sides come up to the same point. That's just gonna ensure me that the fade is even on both sides. So yeah, I'm just gonna come up to the line and yeah, just clean it up. He has sensitive skin, so I'm not gonna use the foil shaver on him. So next up, I'm gonna take my wall magic clip, lever open, go up about 1/2 inch, and then bring that all the way around the whole head. I like my guidelines to be perfect, so you can see it's not really even. So I'm just gonna go ahead and redo that, make sure it looks clean, because if you have clean guidelines, you're gonna have a clean fade. And then we're gonna start fading. So the lower you go, the more you're gonna close your lever. So every time you close the lever a little bit, you want to come up right under what you just did. So you're gonna slowly start closing it, come up to what you just did, close it, come up to what you just did, close a little more, come up to what you just did. That's like kind of what you're doing until it's all the way closed, and you're just using your corner of the blade to get the bottom line out. I recently got featured on one of Chris Bosio's videos, and I know I got a lot of new people here now. So leave a comment down below what you guys want to see, and I'll be sure to get that to you guys. When I'm fading, I like to use like 3 sections. So I use the right side, do the right side first, the back, and then the left side, and then I'll go back to the right side, back, left side. I like to switch it up. I don't always do the same thing because then it gets boring, but that's what I'm doing in this video. So now I'm gonna take my number 1 guard open, go up about the same thing that you did with your first guideline, the 1/2 guard open. And then right here you see it's a little too long still, so I'm taking my number 4, bringing that down, and then I'm going to take my number 2 open, bring that down even a little more, and then I'm going to redo the 1.5 guideline, the 1 guard open guideline. Right here we're redoing that guideline, and you're doing the same thing as when you did the lever open. So you're gonna close the lever, like you know, slowly close the lever, come up to what you just did, close the lever, come up to what you just did, close the lever, come up to what you just did. And then you're going to take the half guard, because there's still going to be a little line. You guys can see that little line. You're going to get that out with your half guard. So you do the same thing, just don't go all the way up to the top of the line. And yeah, it's going to slowly start erasing itself. After that, the line that's left, we're going to take that out with the 1.5 guard. So you guys can see the line is already disappearing. Once you're done this, you're pretty much done the fade. But so I'm done for that side. I'm going to go do the back, and then I'm going to go do the left side. And then at the end is when you perfect it. So this is kind of the rough draft. You guys can see I went downwards. That's just to bring it a little tighter, lay the hairs down a little more. It's just going to look cleaner at the end. And then right here, I still see a little line, so I'm going to take my 1.5 guard open, just get rid of that line. So yeah, like I was saying, you guys can see the fade isn't perfect yet, but it's okay. We got to move on to the back and to the side. So same steps go for the back. 1.5 guard, slowly close it, half guard, slowly close it. And then I go 4, and then 2 open, 1.5 guard. Same steps as we just did. So now basic steps of the fade are done. Now I'm going to redo the same thing, just back down. So we went upwards for the first draft, and to finish it off, we're going to go downwards. So you guys saw I took my number 2 guard open. Now I got my 1.5 guard, and yeah, we're just cleaning it up. After that, I'm going to take my 1.5 guard open, slowly close that. I'm going to take my half guard open, slowly close that, and I'm going to take my half guard and go at it with the corners. This is really going to make sure that your fade comes out clean and blurry. You know, you're just going over everything, making sure that you didn't leave any parts out. Same thing for the back, and then we do the same thing for the other side. Alright, now it's time for the lineup. So we're just going to clip up the hair, comb the hair down for the lineup, and I'm going to go over it with, I think it was my 1.5 guard open, and then I closed it just to make sure those hairs are properly laid down. If you don't do this, then the outline is going to come out crispy. It's just going to be a little flimsy. So you want to make sure that the hair is short enough to where you line it up, it doesn't move. So now right here, I'm putting some hairspray, and then I'm going to make sure it dries. That's just for when I put in my outline, the hair isn't moving around. You want to start in the middle and then slowly go to the other side. Don't be shy to just look in the mirror, because right here you could see my angle is off. I looked in the mirror and then I can make it good. You guys want to look at the outline from all angles. So you're gonna see I'm gonna turn them a little just to make sure I really have that 90 degrees. See right here, I turn them a little, make sure that looks good. I see it's a little off, so I'm gonna hit it again, and then I'm gonna turn them again, and you're gonna see it's gonna look good. And right here for the C cup, you're gonna use the corner of your blade. Then you see I turn them, the outline looks good, and then I'm just gonna touch it up the bottom of the outline with my my magic clip. Make sure it's faded properly. You guys can see I keep going behind them to make sure that line is coming out straight. Then you're going to do the same steps as you did for the other side. Now I'm just going to recline him and then hit him with the straight blade. There you have it. That's a cut. Pretty easy haircut. You know, it's an undercut, so all you gotta focus on is the fade and the outline. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments if you got any questions. Other than that, hope you guys learned something new. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.